Hi, I'm David Hankins,
I'm Paul Hankins.
and we're two of the co-creators of everyone's favorite comic book, Power Squared. We're here this week to talk about what's going on with the comic book and talk a little bit about one of the earlier issues and sort of lead up to the hopefully soon release of 6 and 7, or Kirby Good and Evil.
Right.
So this week we got from our artists the first 8 pages of issue number 10. So that's pretty cool. They look good. We passed them on to our colorist. And we also got 2 sets of thumbnails for the next 8 pages. And Paul and I went through those and gave some feedback. And I think they'll be good. Don't you think?
Yes.
So that's kind of where the current issue is. We're still working on sort of tiers for the Kickstarter we'd like to do. Hopefully later this month. Now that it is February, trying to think about what to do at what level of participation, right?
Yeah.
So that's coming along a little slower than we like, I guess. But we're also trying to have a new motion comic made for issues 6 and 7, Kirby Good and Evil. To use that for a little bit of promotion or advertisement, or whatever you want to call it, when that comes out. And I think we're supposed to see that today sometime. I just haven't seen it yet. And we still want to mention that we do have a poll question on the website. This one is about, would you rather play guitar or be able to draw? And we actually have 6 votes, which is a lot for us. And if we had 6 views of this, that'd be great. So last week, if you watched, you'll notice that we talked about a little bit about issue number 1, which was kind of not, it's the beginning of the origin story, right? We never actually got too much into that.
Right.
But then in issue number 2, we do get into the origin story, how the boys got their powers.
Yes.
Right? That's, I guess we've mentioned this before. It's they rescue a Kasune who is trapped under a fallen tree branch. And as a reward, she grants them these powers that they have.
Yes.
Which we've gone into before, but it's things like teleportation, telekinesis,
yes,
telepathy, super speed, super sight, and well, we'll get into it. We get into it later. Time travel, right?
Yeah.
So kind of an odd little mix, but and then the other thing is they can only use one. Each boy can only use one power at a time.
Yes.
And they can't use the same one at the same time. So that's kind of so we kind of learned how they met Mocha when she was a Kasune, and they have to then also use their powers to rescue their uncle.
Yes.
And then we see them kind of figure out how else to use their powers as well. So won't go into that too much.
Right.
So it's kind of a really quick, unless you want something else you want to say about it, pretty quick across the board.
We don't need to give away too much.
Oh, and I don't want to, because I want people to read it and
find out what happens.
Yes, find out what happens. And you can find out how to purchase the comic book on our Facebook page for Power Squared, and on the website, powersquaredcomicbook.com. There's a big button on how to purchase the comic book.
Leave a direct link in the description below.
Great. So I think those are kind of the basic. Oh, I guess we should give a shout out to Spider-Man Through the Spider-Verse. It did really well at the Annie Awards.
Yes.
And we like that for the Academy Award, so we'll see how that works out. Anything else?
Not really.
Okay. Well, until next week, I'm David Hankins,
And I'm Paul Hankins.
and this has been a week in Power Squared.